A new patch always brings a whole bunch of new ways for players of all shapes and sizes to make that little bit extra coin. Now patch 10.1 Embers of Neltharion is going to be no different. So in this video I want to highlight 5 of my top ways to be making some gold in the new patch. Some of them are going to be a little bit simpler than others, so there should hopefully be something for all players regardless of your skill or time commitment to the game. These aren't particularly in any strict order, as this is mostly information that's been based off some PTR testing and of course my personal extensive game knowledge by playing this game for far longer than I probably should have done. So let's begin. Now, firstly, I tend to spend most of the run up to a new patch testing this over on my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/Manthieus, and it's with the continued support of my Patreons who provide me the ability to even do this. So big thank you to you guys, and feel free to come say hi over on the stream or check out the link in the description if you're looking to boost your goal making success with some of my helpful Patreon supported bonuses. But that said, let's dive into the goal making. First one on my list is a new transmute for alchemists. Now, alchemy is no stranger to transmutations, the art of turning one material into another, often with a lengthy cooldown attached. Now in patch 10.1, alchemy should relatively quickly be able to get this new transmute for Dracothists, which will take a bunch of your Jewel Crafter's gem dust, and in combination with some of the new gathered material from the Zaralek cavern by the name of Zaralek glow spores, you should be able to make a new item called a Dracothist. These Dracothists are going to be a key component for many new items in patch 10.1, but they're mostly used in the creation of the crafted upgrade tokens for your crafted gear. Now with each alchemist only being able to make a small number of these each week, and pretty much all of the high item level pieces of Season 2 crafted gear requiring this, these could end up being a really big seller and big business for all and any alchemists for the duration of patch 10.1. Now, as mentioned with the Dracothist, one of the key items required to make this is gem dust. This is created by your Jewel Crafters and is first made by prospecting dragonfly ore for its gems and then crushing it further into the dust. This two-step process from ore to gems to dust actually ends up being a bit of a mathematical nightmare for many people, but for those that can crack the code and choose to specialize into making this process as efficient as possible are often the players who are able to see some nice little profit from doing so. This was first introduced in patch 10.7 to the masses, 10.0.7 I should say, when every man and their dog was trying to create and upgrade their Onyx Amulet. Those that have already been able to see some success with this gem dust market should be able to continue to see some steady demand for this throughout patch 10.1. Now, for a slight change of pace, one surefire way to make some gold in patch 10.1 is going to be by crafting, and in many cases upgrading, various players' crafted weapons. This is, for the most part, going to be in the hands of blacksmiths, but there are a couple of other professions out there that make a limited selection of weapons. The weapon has always and historically been a very popular item to craft, and this is going to be very true in the early days of the patch. Many of the progression-focused players will probably look to use their first or second spark of the new season to craft or upgrade their weapon, mostly due to the fact that weapons are just one of the biggest power increasing items. I would suspect if you are a crafter, you should see a good portion of the player base prioritizing this upgrade quite highly. So use those early days and first few weeks in the patch to make sure you as a crafter can make those top quality crafts and get yourself ready for once those players start finding some of those higher quality crests and start hunting you down for a craft or an upgrade in trade chat. Sticking with the crafting mindset here and crafting of gear, Enchanting has positioned itself once again as a critical profession in the making of nearly any high item level crafted item. Unlike Season 1 of Dragonflight, where players could just create their own primal infusions or concentrated primal infusions, Season 2 has added an additional step into this process. Players are first going to need to acquire their crests from their endgame activity of choice, such as raiding in Mythic Plus. Then they're going to need to hunt down the expertise of an enchanter to enchant those crests before they can start looking for a gear crafter to upgrade or make their new item. Now, many players will not have immediate access to an enchanter to be able to do this for them, so this is where you come in. I would expect to see a steady demand both via the public and the personal work order system for the crafting of these enchanted crests, especially on those busy days. We're talking reset days and weekends here. Now, your single sales may not be super lucrative, not going to have the biggest tips or commissions, but this is a volume game. You're going to probably want to make yourself available for an hour or two on a busy day or evening, and this in turn could see many players require your service. Now, last on my list, this is going to be a brand new material that's being added in patch 10.1, and it's the Zaralek glow spore. This is both needed in very high quantities and is also required by a bunch of different professions to make a wide selection of new items in patch 10.1. This is the perfect storm for a valuable item. People out there farming this are going to require both herbalism and mining on a single character to do this effectively, and this new material will only be found within the new zone of the Zaralek cavern. Now, this isn't strictly a herb or an ore directly, this is a bonus item that is found from two new node types in the zone, the Lambent herb node and the metamorphic ore node. Consider these rare versions of their regular herb nodes and ore nodes, and will be a gatherer's main focus when farming in the new zone. There is even, for the specialized gatherers out there, a bonus to be had when overloading these node types, and also if you gather each one in quick succession. I would expect the value of glow spores to be obviously at its highest during the early days of the patch, but considering it's needed by many, for many crafts, I'd expect this to be a very quick and easy little goal maker throughout the majority of the patch. So there it is, boys and girls. That's my 5 areas of the game I'd recommend keeping your eyes on if you're looking to try and make some gold in patch 10.1. Now, not every market will be as profitable as the next one, so as time goes on, I might look to update this video a little bit when we've had some more hands-on experience with the patch going live. But in general though, the most reliable way to make gold in World of Warcraft is pretty much to try and do the thing that other players are not doing. This way you tend to give yourself far less competition and can often see higher profits for your effort. Try to keep this in mind if you plan to just laser focus on any one single area mentioned in this video. And of course, if you are willing to share, you can leave your suggested goal making opportunities in the comment section down below, or jump over to our Discord where there's thousands of like-minded players who are exchanging their own thoughts and ideas. But happy goal making, boys and girls. Hope you enjoyed patch 10.1, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.